Coach Gill, I'd like to tell you thank you so much for taking a look at the frog. Hope you don't mind if I call you Nick, like I know you already. Sorry I couldn't be there to actually show you in person, but I do look forward to a future meeting together. And I hope your wife is doing well, and it's definitely on the mend. But again, thank you so much for taking a look at the frog. Really excited about it. Really I value your opinion as a coach. Uh, respected in so many different fields, but especially with the All Blacks and being that coach and leading those guys to greatness for so many years, and with all your other athletes that you train as well. And I just really feel that the frog would be something that you could add to your arsenal to make your athletes even better, and just to challenge them in a whole different way. So again, thank you so much. Take a look at the frog. I'm sending you this to break it down. I want you to get on it, use it, put your athletes on it, give me feedback. And us here at the Frog family will do whatever we can to support you and to get this going with your athletes, with the All Blacks in New Zealand and abroad. So we're real excited about having you get on the frog, test it out, give us feedback. Thanks and have a fantastic day. With the frog, it's actually in the wheel. This is where we can make a lot of different adjustments. So first of all, as you can see on the wheel, we have free. So we have free, we have forward, and then we have lock. Okay? That allows us free mode, the wheel's going to spin both directions, okay? Forward, it's going to go forward, but it's not going to go back. This allows us to do things like climb hills and things of that nature, so it's really great for that. Lock allows us as a coach and a trainer to be very specific with our training. We can change the fixed point on the frog. For instance, if you want to have a fixed point on the front, we can lock the front wheels, free up the back wheels. Now we can actually do exercise that way. Or we can actually lock the back wheels, free the front, and then we change the fixed point that way. Also, you can do some really unique things like locking all but one wheel to kind of activate and isolate one leg at a time or one arm at a time. So you can kind of get real creative with that. So here's how we can really make this frog do some really cool things, all in the wheel. It's the closest thing that you'll get to feel like you're floating or flying while you're exercising. Fully adjust the tension on the frog. Okay, we have 10 pounds, 20-pound bands, 40, and 60. They all come with it. We can go anywhere from 20 to 240 pounds of tension. Okay, so that's quite a bit. And it makes the frog and take the bands completely off for a whole different kind of a workout. Now this is where, as a coach or a trainer or someone that's wanting to really modify the frog for their purpose, the lighter the tension, the more core intensity. The heavier the tension, the more big muscle intensity. That's when you kick in your glutes and your shoulders and your back and your big muscles like that to help propel this thing out. So remember, lighter tension focuses more on the core. More tension, more big muscles, less core. So right here, all you have to do is pull, slide it through like that, right? I like to add them. I like to put it on with the horseshoe side, with the open side up. Okay, let me show you. Click it on the back. Boom. Open side up. Put it there. I'm going to stretch it. Slide it through there. Jump. Okay? So same thing. So all you do, I'm doing this. sliding it right through there, pulling tight, and it's done. Okay? So, hand it over here. Now we're ready to go. Now we can start to actually work out and train on the frog. Okay? So, I'm going to go through some of the basic movements, how to mount, how to get into a full horizontal extension, kind of what to work on, and then kind of go from there. So first of all, when you approach and mount the frog, step over with both feet, with the foot on each side of the pad. This pad is just for safety. Okay, so we want to sort of maintain our body elevated above that. Put our hands on first, one foot in, then the next foot in. So now we're in this position where our shoulders are stacked. Shoulders stacked right over our knuckles. That's what we're going for, okay? So, mount. From here, and think about bending your arms and legs and pushing out to full horizontal extension. Now, that right there is the most important part for you to get really good at, is a full horizontal extension. Everything is always going to come back to full horizontal extension. That's how you learn how to sync everything together, the upper body to the lower body, with that core really working tight together in that straight body, neutral spine position. So full horizontal extension, person should work on mastering that before moving on to really trying to do the other moves, or even trying to get the frog to move itself. Master full horizontal extension. I'm going to show you the core basic movements that we say that you must master in order to go on and start being more creative with the frog. Okay? Just remember, your core is always involved. All muscle groups are always working because you're horizontal and you're suspended. However, by changing your body position and your posture, you will be able to target other muscle groups as you're moving through different positions on the frog. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with full horizontal extension. And first, we are going to work on targeting just the legs. You're going to see that it's very similar to an overhead squat position. Let me show you. All right, so as you can see, my arms are totally straightened out. I had my forehead down toward the safety pad, and I put my hands out a little bit wider. This allows me to be in like an overhead squat position, really targeting the lower body. But every time I push back out, boom, the core really has to activate also. But you also feel that nice stability, just like you're holding a barbell, but still also recruit some different muscle groups that will help you to improve your overhead squat when you go back to doing vertical lifting, snatches, and things of that nature. So it's going to look like an overhead press, but in essence is very similar to a bench press rolling through a shoulder press. Right, now the next one that I'm going to do, we call the core killer. But in actuality, it really targets the hamstrings, the back, the shoulders, because you're doing a pike up action, okay? You are starting with straight body position, you're lifting your hips up, trying to bring the axle in to the back of the safety pad, feeling that light touch, and then extending back out to a nice hollow body, full horizontal extension. Always watching the back that doesn't arch, always staying activated. Now, what you may be able to tell, maybe not, but when I pipe up, when my hips lift up, my feet are flexing. When I press back out to full horizontal extension, I point my toes, or I extend my ankles. So I flex and I extend. And that's what allows you to get more hamstring stretch and activation. And also when you press back out, you feel that as well. That is the core killer. Awesome exercise. Okay, the next one is one that incorporates, this one that works everything. Call this the mojo. It's like a squat and an overhead press and a bench press and everything. It just kind of works everything all together. So this one, when you bend your arms and bend your knees, where your elbows are approaching, the shoulders are externally rotating, elbows are approaching your knees, then you extend out to full horizontal extension, making sure that everything's nice and tight, and then contracting once again. That one feels great. It just really warms everything up. I mean, you put some weight on there, but you can really feel it. And when you go back to vertical, it is awesome. So that's the mojo. Works every single muscle all at the same time. You feel it when you get there. It doesn't matter how many times you've done it, you're gonna feel that exercise work. All right, so now I'm gonna put together a sequence. Okay, I'm gonna just go ahead and do about 5 of each move, starting with the Superman. We'll do all arms. Focus on the leg with the leapers. Then I'm going to go pike up with the core killers, a mojo with working everything, and then I'm going to hold it. All right, here we go. About 5 of each. You gotta think, this is the machine, you are the engine. So whatever you think or do, this thing is gonna actually move in that direction. It will show your weaknesses, it will help you to develop more strength. So let's get away from this, from just one plane. Let's put it all different planes we can hit. So keep you the same. Now, just look at this. Let go one side, boom. So now, that's going to allow us to focus on different weaknesses and strengths. For instance, if you have a weak leg, if you're pressing more with one leg, it's going to expose it. Pressing more with, you have a poor shoulder, it's going to expose it, but also it's going to allow you to work in different planes. Play sports, we don't function straight forward and straight to the side. We work in all different ways, in all planes. That's how we need to be able to move. That's how we need to be able to perform. This allows us to do that up, down, side to side, every single direction. So, if you want to go crooked, what looks like crooked, you can. But also, if you're trying, a person's trying to go straight and they're going crooked, you as a coach will know it. Some of the basics. Now, because I'm talking to you, coach, I want to take you off the grid a little bit. I'm going to show you some of the things that we don't show everybody, but I want you to see it all. I want you to be able to see some of the other things that the frog can do. So, again, this pad is just for safety, but we can also use it for exercise. Okay, so if you want to get in a little bit deeper, increase the range motion. Starting here, now we can really drive. We can really drive out. All right, we can do that. Okay, we can also stretch this thing. Everything I showed you so far has been with all wheels free. So it's been where all the wheels can roll forward and backwards. So now I'm going to change it up, okay? I'm going to lock the back wheel, put the line the white arrow up. Right, so now I'm going to change the fixed point to lock the front wheel over here and free the back. Lock. And now, we do the exact same exercise. Now, this allows me to let's get these wheels freed back up. I'm going to show you how to convert this into the same machine without the safety pad. Okay? So, free the wheels. Okay. Very easy. Pull this up like this. Pull 2 pins. Okay. What we're going to do is pull a pin there, pull a pin there. With this, with that, pull. Even though we are the horizontal training specialists, one of the great things about the frog is the ability to transform. The versatility is incredible. Now we can take this from horizontal to a vertical application. And the vertical application allows us to go horizontal and vertically. Let me show you what I mean. Very simple. Okay, lift this up like this. Got 2 pull pins. Boom, boom. Lift this up again. Flip, flip. Just like before, we took the pan on. Like that. Pull it off like that. Take this, just slide it right on. Boom. Take this one. Pull it off. Put it on. So now, wheels are off. Step in there. Adjust your foot place like you like. Now you can go overhead. Now you can do your squats. All right. Yeah. Down. Up. Well done. And if that's too wide, you simply move to here. And now do it. Feet together. So get pretty creative. Okay? Tremendous on the court. Feels awesome. push. Now here's where the fun begins. Here's where it all changes with how you can train your athletes. We can now make this thing move forward. All you gotta do is change the gear to where it says forward on all wheels. Propelling forward on the thing, on the frog, is pushing out with power, coming in with control. Exploding out with power, coming in with control. Okay, so the first one, arms bent, I'm going to explode out to show full extension. Okay? So this next one, I'm going to keep my elbows and my knees straight, hiking up and extending out. All right, on this one, I'm going to lock the arms out and just pump the legs. Arms out, pump the legs, feel everything activate in that lower body. Then finally, the one that just targets the upper body. Remember, the core is always involved, but this is the Superman. You're going to push and pull yourself forward. Okay? And someone's shooting at the back, just like a little tip, coach. Put the back wheels and put the front ones on forward, and they can't push with their legs. Keeping it really simple. It's a versatile piece of machinery that allows you to just use your brain and use your knowledge to just challenge your athletes in a whole different way. They're going to love it, they're going to have some fun on it, and they're going to be challenged hugely. And so, get on the frog, try all the applications, give me feedback, let's roll.